Good, what's good, what's good, what's good? What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? What's good, what's good? So I put up a post, you feel me? I put up a post that said, in the post I talked about people having a second job, right? It was a conversation I had with my brother David Shands from Sleepers for Suckers podcast. And in the post, I say that I have never met a person who worked two jobs that actually wound up doing better. And the reason why I say that, it wasn't a shot at nobody. How do I know that? Because I had a point in my life where I worked two jobs. I was working doing iron work, and then I was a chef at night. This is when I first caught my charge. People kicked in my door and I had no money. And then I was like, yo, this is really not it. You know what I'm saying? I was burning myself out, and I felt like I could have made more money doing other stuff, right? Like I could have made more money than going work another job, giving away more of my time, right? Giving away more of my time. Now, the one thing I don't like is this generation calls everything cap. That's cap, that's cap, that's cap. So we need to understand one thing, that is cap means that you're telling a complete lie, right? Cap means you're lying, right? That's what cap means. It means you're telling a lie. So I'm 5'10". If I told you I was 6'5", that is cap. I'm not 6'5", I'm 5'10". You feel me? If you don't agree with something, that don't mean it's cap. Because I can only give you an experience. I'm gonna only state something. All of us only state things based off the experiences that we have, right? So if I'm telling you, in my 39 years of life, I've never seen a person who worked two jobs that actually improved their situation. And the reason why I can say that is because most people who get the second job, they don't get a job that's equivalent to paying them what the first job paying them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't get a second job that actually pays you more than your first job. So you get a second job that actually pays you less than your first time. So now you trading your biggest asset for less money. I'm just saying. So for me personally, all I'm saying is I've never met a person that worked two jobs that actually started doing better. Me personally. Because the second job that you work, you're either doing it part-time and you're not making even the same amount of money you making on the first job. So how is that actually improving your situation? You feel me? So what I want to do today is, right? What I want to do today is, I love doing it. So one of the things I love to do is interacting with the Trapper tribe, right? Okay, cool. I got you. Cool. C_B3. Let's go. You the first person I'm bringing in on the live. Let's talk about it. Because you like when people say that's cap. Let's hear it. Let's talk about it. I'm going to bring you in the live. One thing I want you to do is, if you comment on the live, you say something like, I'm cool with going live. I won't talk. Let's have a conversation, right? Let's go. Let's talk about it. Hello.
Nigga, stop capping.
Okay, so how I'm capping. Let's talk about it. What's the cap?
What are you talking about? You never met nobody working two jobs that didn't do better.
That's what I'm saying. I've never met nobody that worked two jobs that's doing better. That's me. I'm saying that. So have you?
What do you mean? People have two jobs and have beer money in it.
Okay, hold on. First of all, let's talk like men. Let's talk like men, so we don't gotta holler, right? Let's do that. First of all, let's talk like men. I'm talking to you calm. You talk to me the same way. Let's respect each other. You feel me? Let's respect each other first. All right,
okay,
cool.
but you're telling me you ain't
All right,
never
hold on. Can we make that agreement that we gonna respect each other?
Yeah, for sure. I
All right,
respect
cool.
you, cuz.
All right, cool. Let's respect each other. All right, cool. So let's talk about it, right? So I'm telling you, in my 39 years of living, I have never met a person that works. Let me give you mine, and then you give me yours. Cool?
Okay, for sure.
Cool. I love the exchange. Okay, cool. So let's do this. I'm telling you that in my 39 years of living, I've never met a person that is truly working two jobs that bettered the situation. Here's why. The second job is normally not paying you what the first job is paying you. So you're actually trading more time for less. Am I right? Are you with me on that?
I'm hearing you, yeah.
Okay, cool. So now that you're trading more time for less money, what you're doing with the second job is mostly paying more bills. You're truly not even getting in a better situation, right? So how is that making you better? Now, the first thing you said, I'm about to let you talk. I'm gonna say the last thing. The first thing you said on here was people work the second job and have bare money. That is exactly why the second job usually doesn't help you, because now you use the second job to actually help you deal with the idea that you're fucking up on the first job. All right, now you go.
Okay, so are you talking about like time management? Because
No, I'm talking about I've never seen the person, me, Wallstreet Trapper. I have never
become
seen
more
a person.
successful with a second job?
Exactly. Their situation never, I've never saw a person that truly improved their situation by working two jobs. That's just what I'm saying. Not get by, not manage, not still pay the bills, that actually got in a better situation to work by working the second job. That is what I'm saying.
So what's your advice? Don't work two jobs?
No, 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 no. I never said that.
Are you
My
trying to hate on somebody with a second job?
why I've never hated on anyone. So what I'm saying is, and so this was the caption said. So the caption said, instead of working two jobs, why don't we learn a skill set that helps us now learn how to create more income? Now what we're not doing is we're now taking the time, instead of trading it for money with this job that we probably don't like, and it's becoming mentally frustrating, emotionally frustrating, and so now that discourages us. So instead of doing that, why don't we say, okay, my situation isn't where I want it to be. Let me learn another skill set where I can personally learn how to create more cash flow without always giving up my time. That's what I'm saying. That is
Okay.
what I'm saying. That is what
Okay.
I want you to do. So what I want us to do is say, okay, cool. Shout out to 19 Keys. I see you, God. So what my suggestion is, okay, cool. I'm working one job, which is probably giving me the top pay. The majority of your pay is probably going to come from the first job, right? The majority of it is going to come from the first job, because you probably don't have two part-time jobs. So you're going to have a second job where you're not going to make as much money, and you're going to make less. You're going to work less hours for less money. So instead of me doing that for scraps, right? Let me take the time and say, I'll go through the hardships to learn this skill set. But once I learn the skill set, I now can supplement my income without having to truly go bust my ass for it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Can you agree with that?
I agree. But I still feel like people that are laboring and still have two honest jobs, I feel like they can still make it out.
True. So my thing is, I don't want us to have to bust our ass on two jobs. One, I'm never against no one working, period. But what we are saying is, I don't want you to go from giving up 8 to 10 hours a day to now giving up 14 hours a day to make less money. Because you're actually now making less money on the second job, right? Giving up your most valuable asset. Bad enough on the first job, we're not maximizing our time, but we got what's necessary to make money. So I'm not against the first job, but I don't want us to now say, now I got to give up more of my asset for less money. For instance,
What is the most valuable asset? Our time?
your most valuable asset is always your time, King. And you know why? Because you can never get it back. Feel
For
me?
sure.
So
For sure.
if I did 10 years in prison, I can never get them 10 years back. But if I lose $10,000, so what's up, King? If I lose $10,000, I can learn the skill set to go get the 10,000 back. Are you with me on that?
I hear you. I hear you.
So now what happens is
You can't get those 10 years back, bro.
I can't get them back. I can't. It's nothing I can do to get them back.
Nah.
So what I want us to do is say, okay, cool. I already got to give up 40, 50 hours of my time to make the income. So let's say this. Let's say I'm going to give it a good, let's say we're making $21 an hour, right? Let's say somebody's making $21 an hour. To me, you are truly being undervalued.
You're selling
right?
yourself for 21.
Exactly. So now here's what happens. We go work the second job for less than 40, 50 hours for 15 or $8 or $10 an hour. Now we've truly undervalued ourselves. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So that is why I'm saying the second job never puts us in a situation to be better. It only puts us in a situation to be worse because now we're giving our most valuable asset away for nothing, only to get bare minimum in exchange.
So you never met someone with 2 jobs, is what you're saying?
No. I've never met a person that works 2 jobs that actually improved their situation, is what I'm saying.
So you've met someone with 2 jobs, but they weren't doing better than anybody else with 1 job or anybody else that was doing anything regular?
That ain't what I said. I said I've never saw a person that worked 2 jobs that improved their situation. I know more people that's working 1 job that are doing better than people that's working 2 jobs. I can say that for a fact.
In what way? Not financially.
Yes.
But that don't add up, Trap. How can you have 1 job and have more money than the person that got 2 jobs?
I'm glad you said that. So check this out. I was working ironwork, right?
Yeah.
I was making $25 an hour. I was bringing in $2,500 a week, right?
Okay, 25 a week. Okay.
I know people who are working 2 jobs that were barely bringing in $1,000 to $1,500 a week. Now, I'm not saying that it isn't possible. I'm not saying it's not impossible. But what I'm saying is, I know more people that have 1 job. And here's another reason why we can say that too. Check this out. Remember that time is our most valuable asset. Like, I want us to remember that part of the conversation. If time is the most valuable asset, hear me well when I say this. If time is your most valuable asset and you trade time for money twice in 1 day, then you are actually decreasing the value of the second job is taken away from you. Are you with me? It's tricky. I hear you. You feel me? So we gotta. Damn, I can't hear you. So we gotta stop.
We do got 24 hours in a day. 2 jobs is what, 16 hours? You still got 8 hours to yourself.
So check this out. Now let's talk about that. So you saying 2 8-hour jobs. How long can a person consistently work 2 8-hour jobs without burning out?
It could be tough.
Okay?
It could be tough.
It's going to get real tough. Here's why. Because now you got to sacrifice sleep. If you got kids or family, now you got to sacrifice that. So now you've decreased the value of the job. The job has decreased the value even more because the money now, the little money that you are getting doesn't equate to the time that you're missing. So when I say that I've never seen a person doing better with 2 jobs than a person with 1 job, is because I'm now taking into account everything that costs with me working 2 jobs.
Like what? Time, travel,
family, travel, sleep, peace of mind. energy.
So what you're just saying, it's not worth it. The 2-job route is not worth it.
So I always got to say this in a way that for most people, when we look at the bigger picture, it's definitely not worth it, especially when we can say, I'll sacrifice going to work the other job to learn a skill set. Now, here's the exception to the rule, which I know is possible, because people thought running a mile in 4 minutes was impossible until you had a few people that ran a mile in 4 minutes. Here's what happened.
Trap, sometimes one job just doesn't cut it, bro. Sometimes you can't survive off one job.
Okay. So what do we have to do now to change that situation? One, we have to learn a skill set to get us a better job or decrease the way we live.
Decrease the way we live, as in like our spending habits.
What are some of the things that we can take out of our lives that can now add more value to what we're doing? Remember, another thing in order to get yourself in a better situation is understanding the power of your dollar and the power of your time. Right? So okay. What do we mean by that? What can $1 represent for us? Right? So even though $1 is $1, the $1 of purchasing power is different for me than it is for someone else. Why is that? Because I'm gonna do more things with my $1 that adds value to me instead of doing more things with that $1 that takes away from me. This is how we add purchasing power to our life. You with me? And that doesn't always require us. That doesn't always require us to always give up all of our time. You with me on that? Love you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you for tapping in, man. 100, brother. Hell yeah. All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. Right? So this is what I feel. Right? I appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I'm going to always do is, I think as men, we should always learn how to talk to each other as men. Right? I think we should always learn how to do that. And we don't meet aggression with aggression all the time. Right? Because sometimes aggression comes from lack of understanding. It's okay. And now I always want to be able to talk to us in a way. So let's talk about it. So I made a post. If you don't know what the post was, go check out the post, go see what it is. Right? I want to have a conversation with anybody that want to have the conversation. Right? I want to have a conversation with anyone that has the conversation that people say that they disagree with me. And I'm cool with disagreement, because disagreement only means that we see things from two different perspectives. And I'm okay with us seeing things from two different perspectives. I'm 100% okay with that. Right? So my thing is, right, and I would love, because they had a lot of people on the post that didn't agree with it. Right? So I would love to talk to someone who truly disagrees with what I'm saying. Right? Just like the brother just said, that's trap cap. That's cap trap. And I said, let's talk about cap.